My name is Mary Manning Jackson, class of 1965 from Bell High School. And I'd like to know, if you haven't signed up for the reunion, why haven't you? We're having a big party. We want you all to come. And let me tell you about what I'm doing for this reunion. I'm the coordinator for the Decade Rooms, and I'm the lead for the 60s Room. And what does that mean? Well, for each of those decades, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and the 21st century, we have a Decades Room. And the idea is you will come here, it'll be the focal point of where your friends are going to meet. You want to see who's here from your years? This is where it is. So each room is different. We were fortunate that Hillcrest High School gave us a lot of their generic material for the 60s, the 70s, and a little bit for the 80s, and that's what we've built it on for those 3 decades. So for the 60s, I have 8-foot by 4-foot boards, 1 for each school year, and on it you will see, yes, what's going on in Canada and the world at that time, but also what happened at Bell High School. Who were the teachers? Who were the students? What were you doing? Was there a concert? Was there a special team that did well? Were there just funny things that happened? And we want you to know and remember those things. And that's the sort of thing you'll see in the 60s room. Well, then you go on to the 70s room, and they're a little bit different. Hillcrest had for them these 3-sided boards that showed the movie stars of the 70s, the clothing, you will laugh at that, the hairstyles, what went on. And we want you to come and see those things because that's where you'll have these good memories of what went on then. So then let's go on to the 80s. Well, I don't know too much about the 80s room, but I can tell you that Karen Hollingsworth is doing a super job, and she has, as I understand it, a small game. What game would it be? I wonder if it might be Pac-Man. And she has this on a little TV in the room, and you'll be able to try this out. So those of you from the 21st century, come on back and see what it was like many years ago. Then we go to the 90s. Now, some of you won't even know that the 90s were a special year because the beginning of the 90s, the colors for the school were still gold and brown. Well, partway through, they realized they had a problem because it was hard to get sports uniforms in those colors. So they said, okay, we're going to change the colors. So they had a very democratic way of doing it. They had a vote. And the students voted. Were they going to have blue and silver, or were they going to have red and black? Well, whether it's because of the Bruins, and you can have a brown Bruin or a black Bruin, I don't know, but nonetheless the colors changed to red and black. So I have 3 children who went to school in the 1990s. My son was there in the gold and brown over the transition year, as was his sister, and then the youngest sister, well, she didn't even know there was a gold and brown because she came after it was red and black. So that room will be special because you'll see the transition from the gold and brown into the red and black in the 90s. And then, well, for the 21st century, guess who we have? Amanda Watson. That's right, Miss Watson herself. She is a grad of 2004 from Bell High School, and she is a current teacher. So let's just see what wonderful things she can come up with. But you know what? If you don't come, you won't see these things. And you'll be kicking yourself, and you'll say, why didn't I go? 50th anniversary only happens once. I want to go back. I want to see my friends. So come on and join us. We need you to sign up now, though, because you know what? We have limits, and you might just be too late. So see you there.